Hey there, YouTube fam, it's Emma. Thank you so much for joining me for another yoga class. Let's go ahead and get started. I've got 2 blocks, but they're not mandatory. Let's lie down onto our backs in a knock-knee shape, feet flat, kind of at the outer edges of your mat, with the knees falling in towards each other. This should help you get your lower back a little bit more grounded versus just extending your legs. Oftentimes we have that arch of the low back. Take your arms wherever feels good. You could go by your sides, left hand heart, right hand belly. Wiggle your shoulder blades flat. Try to extend your spine. So think tailbone a little forward, crown of the head pulling towards the back of your mat. Almost a little tuck of your chin. Take a deep, full breath in. Open your mouth and big sigh. We'll take a few rounds of 3-part breath together. As you breathe in, just breathe into your chest. Pause. Breathe in again to the bottom of your ribs. Pause. Breathe in all the way to the base of your belly. Pause. Big exhale, let it go. Again, breathe in, chest, bottom of the lungs, base of the belly, big sigh. 2 more, breathe in 1/3, 2/3, all the way, let it go. Last time, 1/3, 2/3, all the way, and hold at the top for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Big exhale. Even breath in. Lips sealed, even breath out through your nose. Take your arms out wide, palms down, start to windshield wiper your knees side to side. The next time your knees fall over to the right, pause there. Place your right foot on top of your left thigh. No need to add a lot of pressure, just enough to feel sensation. Focus less on pushing your knee down, focus more on the left knee, the left hip going forward. Kind of getting a stretch through the left side, maybe the outer left hip or the top of the left thigh. I like to look off to the left, so it's kind of like an awkward, funky twist. 3, 2, keep your right ankle over your left thigh. Bring your knees back through center, figure 4. Grab the back of your left leg and pull in. Flex your right toes, think right knee going forward. You might like to straighten and bend your left leg a few times, or pause with your left leg straight and roll out your ankle. Go ahead and release the grip on your left hamstring. Slide your right leg over your left. Now a more comfortable twist. Drop your knees over to the left and look off to the right, kind of like eagle legs. You might wiggle your left shoulder blade a little to the left so your shoulders feel flatter, heavier on the mat. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, empty your lungs. Think about the right hip going forward. Deep breath in. Right hip going forward. Keep your knees stacked and bring your legs back through center. Now kick your feet away from each other. Think Gomukhasana on your back. Grab the outer edges of your feet or your ankles. Pull your feet away from each other. Try to ground the tailbone down, little tuck of your chin. Think every single vertebrae heavy on the mat for 3, 2, release, grip, unwind your legs, happy baby. Grab feet, ankles, or if you don't have the space just yet, grab the back of your hamstrings, your knees. Rock gently side to side. Massage your low back. Think about drawing the waistline in and down, belly button down. And then simply release grip, feet go flat on the mat, arms wide. Windshield wiper your knees side to side a few times. And the next time your knees are over to the left, pause there. Left ankle over right thigh. Think right knee going forward. I like to look to the right. If this causes any pain on your right knee joint, of course you should skip this pose. Never push to the point of pain. I just want you to feel a nice stretch along the right side, maybe the IT band, top of the thigh. Keep your left ankle over your right thigh. Bring your knees through center, figure 4 on your back. Grab the back of your right leg. You can even use your left elbow to push the left knee forward. You might bend and straighten your right leg a few times, or pause with your right leg straight and roll out your ankle. Release that grip, slide left leg over right leg, a more comfortable twist. Drop your knees over to the right and look to the left. You may wiggle your right shoulder blade out from underneath you. Breath in. Complete breath out through your nose. Again, pull the breath all the way in, bottom of the lungs. Push the breath all the way out till you're empty. Keep your knees stacked, legs through center. Kick your feet away from each other, grab feet or ankles. Think Gomukhasana on your back. Pull your tailbone down, little tuck of your chin. Breathe into your outer hips, relax your jaw. Keep that breath full and even. Release grip, happy baby. Feet, ankles, maybe big toes. If you've got the space, you can bend and straighten into your legs one at a time. Take it easy, especially if this is kind of your first movement of the day. Look a little bit different than if you've been moving up and about all day long. Release that grip, just grab the back of your knees, start to rock up and down your spine 3, 4, maybe 5 times. After that last one, get some momentum, feet wide, rock all the way up to a standing forward fold. Grab your elbows or just let your arms hang heavy on the floor. Little bend or big bend in your knees, however you can get your belly to rest on your thighs. So that's going to help you take some rounding out of your back. Even if you feel like it's more of a squat than a fold, that's totally fine. Just let your head be really heavy, completely relax your neck. Shift your weight side to side a few times, maybe turning the torso with it. Switch out your arms, opposite forearm on top, or if you've got a grip, opposite thumb on top. Find a little bob up and down, almost like you're swaying your chest, your head. Feel more release, more depth on the exhales. Release your hands. Hands on mat or blocks, walk them over to the right. Big bend in your right knee. I like to use the fingertips. Pull your left hip crease back. Walk your hands all the way over to the left. Wrap your outer right armpit around. Hollow it out. Walk hands back through center. Lift up halfway, inhale. Fold. Step back to plank pose. Stack shoulders over wrists. Dome your upper back. Scoop tailbone towards your heels. Shift your weight forward, 5 count, lower to your belly, 4. Feel free to drop your knees first, 3. Gaze forward, 2. 1, all the way down, tops of the feet down, hands out like 9 and 3 or 10 and 2, up onto your fingertips. Press into your feet and roll up, modified cobra. Nice and slow, roll right back down. Again, inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Drop right shoulder towards the middle of your mat. Look over left elbow. Inhale up. Left shoulder towards middle of the mat. Look over right elbow. Inhale up. Exhale, rib cage down, chest lifted. Cactus, bend your arms. Squeeze shoulder blades together. Make 2 fists. Lift your legs up. Peel your thighs off the mat. Pull your chin to your throat. Your gaze is near the front of your mat. Sides of the neck nice and long. Tone your belly. Can you get your thighs more off the mat for 3, 2. Keep your feet lifted. Push your hands into the floor beside you. Roll up cobra pose. Look over your right shoulder, left shoulder, center, child's pose, knees wide, deep breath in. Exhale completely. Grip the mat, pull yourself up, tabletop, right back, downward facing dog. Any movement you like, pedal your legs, shake your head, your hands a little wider than shoulders, pointer fingers point forward, feet about the width of your hips. Little bend or big bend in the knees, whatever you need to get your spine, the sides of your body longer, straighter. Take the rounding out of your back. Work to sink your heels towards the floor, but just focus on that being the direction of the pose, not really the destination. Not worry about getting there, just pushing in that direction. If they do touch the floor, you can get light in your toes, squeeze your quadriceps, feel your kneecaps, maybe even see your kneecaps lift. Lift your right leg up behind you, bend your knee and stack your hips. Kick your right heel to your butt 3 times. And then take one really, really slow, big circle with that right leg. Reverse that circle. Square your hips, inhale. Look forward, step your right foot up towards your right thumb. Let's go left hand mat or block, reach your right arm up. Push down into your left hand, push your left thigh up. Start to roll to the outer edge of both feet. Turn all 10 toes towards the long edge of your mat. Horizon lunge. Keep pushing your hips up. You should feel a stretch in your outer hips. I like to stretch this right arm up and overhead with the palm facing down. Breathe. 3, 2, 1. Right hand down, walk it all the way over to the left into a side lunge. Deep bend in your left knee. So you're facing the opposite edge of your mat now. The outer edge of your right foot is heavy. Not skandasana, just a side lunge. Left knee over ankle, butt going back. Now let's go right hand down, left arm reach up. Keep pushing down the outer edge of your right foot. Left hand down, straight legs. Lift up halfway. So long spine, rib cage pulling up and in. Walk around to the front, runner's lunge. Let's go left hand mat or block. I want you to reach your right fingertips forward. Now you're gonna make space for this left leg to pull through, so left knee meets right calf, and then kick your left leg through and take a seat. So left leg is extended forward, right foot flat on the mat. Let's take that right knee out, bottom foot, inner thigh, stretch your arms up, and fold over your left leg. Janu Shirshasana. Drop your right armpit, right side torso. Pull your belly button back towards your tailbone. 3, 2, and 1. Lift yourself back up. Put your right foot back to where it was. Left hand back onto the block. We're going out the same way we got in. Lift your hips up. Start to kick this left leg back behind you. Left hand mat or block. Right arm reach up. Roll to the outer edge of both feet into that horizon lunge, but this time go ahead and step your right foot behind you into Wild Thing. Push your hips towards the right side of your mat. Maybe take your right hand behind your head. Deep breath in. And exhale. Slowly flip it back around. Plank pose. Shift forward and lower, halfway or all the way, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale back, downward facing dog. Lift your left leg up. Bend your knees, stack your hips. Kick your left heel to your butt 3 times. Then take one really slow big circle with that left hip. Go the other way. Square your hips. Step your left foot up towards your left thumb. Right hand mat or block, twist. Left arm reaching up. Kind of use this as a transition to roll to the outer edge of both feet into that horizon lunge. Keep pushing your hips up, maybe extending your left arm overhead. Firm down the outer edge of that right foot, really strong right leg. Look down, left hand down, walk it all the way over to the right. Deep bend right knee, straighten out your left leg, side lunge. Firm down the outer edge of your left foot, long spine. We'll go left hand down, right arm reach up, twist. Shoulders stack, tailbone back, crown forward. As you bring your right hand down, straight legs, halfway lift. Rib cage in. Walk around to the front. Maybe right hand to a block. Left arm, I like fingertips forward, and then try to drag your right knee up to your left calf. Stay low as you kick your right leg through and take a seat. Right leg extended. Bottom of the left foot, inner right thigh, reach arms up. And fold forward, Janu Shirshasana. Little drop of your left armpit. 3, 2, and 1. Lift yourself up. Same way we got in. Left foot flat, right hand mat or block. Push down, lift your hips up. Long step back with that right foot into horizon lunge. Roll to the outer edge of both feet. This time, slowly lift your left leg up. Step it behind you for Wild Thing. Straighten out your right leg. Make sure right shoulder's over right wrist. Nice and slow, flip yourself around. Plank pose to chaturanga. Inhale, cobra, upward facing. Exhale back, downward facing dog. Deep breath in. Exhale. All right, lift your right leg up. Exhale, step forward. Horizon lunge, outer edge, both feet, right arm can reach towards the back of the mat. I like to lower the left hip here, then push your hips up as you extend, right arm big reach. Walk it over to the left into side lunge twist. Left knee bend, right hand down. Reach your left arm to the sky. Next inhale, straight legs, halfway lift. Walk around to the front. Left hand mat or block. Pull your left knee to meet your right and kick it through. This time, let's go left hand plant behind you, fingers to the back of your mat. Lift your hips up. You're now in Wild Thing. Left leg straight, right knee bent. Look down at your left hand. Lower your hips back down and take a fold over your left leg. Left hand on the mat, lift your hips up, take a long step back with that left foot. Open it up, horizon lunge. Take it down, chaturanga. So just adding the Wild Thing in a different spot. Inhale, lift your left leg. Exhale, step forward. Horizon lunge to the left, lower right hip towards the floor as you reach for the back of the mat. Hips up, left arm reach over. Then you're taking it all the way over to the right into side lunge twist. Left hand down, right knee bending. Halfway lift, straight legs. Walk around to the front. Right hand, mat or block. Pull right knee to meet left and kick it through. Right leg straight. Now you'll go right hand behind you, fingers to the back. Lift hips up to wild thing. Right shoulder over right wrist. Lower your hips back down and take a fold over your right leg. Right hand on the mat, lift hips up, long step back, right foot. Roll to the outer edge of both feet, horizon lunge. Left hand down, step back, chaturanga. We'll meet back in downward facing dog. Take a breath in. Let it go. Again, right leg. Exhale, step. Horizon lunge, lower left hip to the floor. Lift hips up, right arm reach as you walk it all the way around to the back side lunge twist. Right hand down, left knee bend. Straight legs, half lift, maybe arms go wide, squeeze shoulder blades together. Walk to the front, runner. Pull left knee through, extend it straight, and take a seat. Left hand behind you, lift hips up, wild thing. Lower hips down and take a fold over your left leg. This time, grab the blocks. I might like to put the blocks beside me. I'm gonna try to push into the blocks, lift up onto my right heel. Drive all the way up towards standing with my left leg floating out in front of me like a reverse negative pistol squat. Keep left leg floating and dive all the way down, standing splits. Hands on the floor, framing right foot or maybe grabbing onto my right foot. Take a long step back with left foot, left hand on the mat. We're gonna go horizon lunge. Take right peace sign fingers, grab right big toe. Take right leg up, inside plank. If that doesn't work, grab your right knee instead. Push hips to the sky for 3, 2, 1. Right hand down, chaturanga. Inhale up. Exhale back, downward facing dog. Left leg inhale. Step forward. Horizon lunge to the left, lower right hip to the floor. Lift hips up and walk it all the way around to the right. Left hand down, right arm reach up. Side lunge twist. Half lift, maybe arms wide. Around to the front, runner. Pull right leg through, kick it straight. Right hand behind you, lift up, wild thing. Lower hips down. Now here's the option where we have hands on blocks, like a reverse pistol squat. So I like to push into the hands, shift my weight forward, lift my right leg up. Now try to drive into that left heel as you rise all the way up to stand, right leg lift. Inhale. Exhale, standing splits, hands to the floor. Long step back with right foot, right hand on the mat. Roll to horizon lunge, and this time left peace sign fingers, grab the big toe, maybe left leg lift, grabbing the knee or the foot. Hips to the sky, big inhale. Exhale, release, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breath in, breath out. All right, one final time, adding in a few more things. Right leg, inhale. Exhale, step. Horizon lunge, open up to the right. Lower left hip. Push hips up and walk it around to the back. Side lunge twist. Big inhale. Exhale. Halfway lift, straight legs. Around to the front, runner. Kick left leg through and take a seat. Left hand behind you, wild thing, lift hips up. Lower hips down. Use your blocks. Lift up onto that right heel. We're gonna drive, lift up halfway until this left leg straightens with the foot flexed. Then I'm gonna have you bring your hands to your waist. Keep right hand at your waist, left peace sign fingers to your big toe, and finish driving all the way up to standing, grabbing that big toe. Plug your left shoulder back. Release grip, reach your arms up. Dive down into revolving half moon, left hand mat or block. Left leg lifting up behind you, block would be really helpful here under that left hand. Push your right thigh bone back, twisting to the right. Slowly drop your left knee outside of your right ankle and take a seat. Both sitting bones inside that left foot. Reach your left arm up and take a twist over to the right. Take a counter stretch to the left. And bring yourself back up. Place a block over the right corner of your mat. You're gonna shift your weight forward, maybe use your left hand, right hand mat or block, and open up into half moon pose. Kind of like you're exploding, that left leg kicks back. Bend deep into your right knee, long step back, warrior two. Like you're dragging your heels towards each other, belly button back, inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, take your hands down, chaturanga. Inhale up, exhale back. Left leg, give it a lift, step forward. Horizon lunge, lower right hip towards the floor. Lift up and take it around to the back. Side lunge twist, right arm reach up. Half lift, straight legs, around to the front. Kick right leg through and take a seat. Right hand behind you, lift up, wild thing. Lower hips to the floor. I like blocks on either side of the foot, of the knees. Shift your weight forward. As you lift your hips, drag your right foot back like halfway until your foot is flexed. My left knee is still bent. Left hand, left hip, right peace sign fingers to the big toe. Drive all the way up to standing. Plug your right shoulder back. 3, 2, 1. Release grip, arms up. Dive into revolving half moon. Right hand, mat or block. Flex your right foot. Turning chest at the torso to the left. Slowly drop right knee outside of left ankle and take a seat. Take a twist to the left. Right elbow outside left knee. Sink your left sitting bone for 3, 2, 1. Counter stretch over to the right. Little dip down like a push-up. Press yourself back up. Place a block over the top left corner of your mat. You might like to use your right hand to help you. Shift forward, and then like a big explosion, open up into half moon. Keep gaze down, make sure left toes don't change directions. Start to bend deep into your left knee, step back, warrior two. Breath in, reverse. And breath out, chaturanga. All right, that's our final sequence. The poses should be feeling pretty familiar. We'll take that whole sequence through. Make sure your breath is nice and slow, even. These moves are challenging and a little bit unconventional, different from what I usually teach. So try to slow down the breath, even slower than you might usually, just so you have time for the transitions. Inhale, right leg. Exhale, step. Horizon lunge, open up to the right, lower left hip. Lift hips up, walk it all the way to the left. Side lunge twist, left arm reach up. Halfway lift, straight legs. Around to the front, runner. Left leg pull through, kick it out, take a seat. Left hand behind you, lift up, wild thing. Lower hips to the floor. With or without blocks, lift your hips up, drag your left heel back. Right hand, right hip, left peace sign fingers, big toe. Drive into your right heel, rise up, big toe pose. Take it easy. Inhale. Exhale. Reach arms up, breath in. Dive standing, revolving half moon. Like a standing L with a twist. Nice and slow, you'll bend both knees as you take a seat. Left knee outside right ankle and twist over to the right. Feel free to use your hands for support. Walk your hands to the left, counter stretch. Back through center. Right hand, mat or block in front of you. Shift your weight forward and kick it open, half moon pose. Hip stack, shoulder stack. Long step back, warrior two. Reverse warrior. And chaturanga. Inhale up. Exhale back, left leg. Step forward, horizon lunge. Lift up and walk it over to the right, side lunge twist. Right arm reach up. Half lift, straight legs. Walk to the front. Pull right knee in and kick it through, take a seat. Right hand behind you, close to you, wild thing. Lower hips back down. Hands on mat or blocks. Lift hips up, drag right foot back halfway. Peace sign fingers to the big toe, left hand waist. Drive all the way up to stand. Catch your balance, inhale. Exhale. Both arms up, inhale. Revolving half moon. Dive down, right hand, mat or block. Inhale. Exhale, right knee, outside left ankle, seated twist to the left. Counter stretch to the right. Bring it back up. Left hand, mat or block, shift weight forward into half moon pose. Long step back, warrior two. Reverse. And chaturanga. Inhale up. Exhale back, downward facing dog. Deep breath in. Let it go. Slide right knee up behind your wrist, pigeon pose. Option to use blocks underneath forearms, forehead, or the right glute. Breathe into your outer right hip. Keep your hips level, squared as much as possible. Relax your jaw between your eyes. Slowly start to walk your hands back towards you. Slide right knee to the center of your mat, left knee up behind right knee. Kick your feet away from each other and take a seat. Gomukhasana, right knee on top of left. Sitting bones on the floor. I like to grab feet or ankles. It's okay if your knees aren't stacked perfectly, just go where you feel sensation. Take the rounding out of your back. Sit up tall. All right, roll your weight a little bit to the left. Kick that bottom leg, left leg straight out in front of you. Now turn your right toes towards the left side of your mat and your left toes towards the left side of your mat. So you're kind of rolling onto your left hip. Use your left arm as a crutch here. We're gonna take this right arm, reach inside of your right thigh and see if you can grab your outer left foot. Grasshopper pose, or a baby grasshopper pose. So this is already pretty much the pose here. However, if you can shift your weight a little bit more forward and lift your leg up, balancing on your right foot and left hand, that's the full pose. So your left leg is not that far from the mat. You can try it again if you'd like. Shift forward, hug left elbow in, don't let it bow out. You can always use a strap or a towel around your left foot if you're having trouble reaching your foot. So modifying the pose that way can be really helpful so you don't have to lower down or reach as much. All right, let's go ahead and cross the ankles. Pull your feet towards you. Step or jump back, vinyasa. Inhale up, exhale back, down dog, into pigeon pose on the left side. Same options, mat, block, props as you like. Let's try to go where you feel sensation, finding your edge, not pushing or forcing, but softening in. Slowly start to walk your hands back towards you. Slide left knee up between your thumbs. Right knee up behind left knee. Take a seat. Go Mukasana. Grab feet or ankles. Sit up tall. You can always shuffle the knees a little bit away from each other if you need. Take the rounding out of your back. All right, lean your weight a little to the right, extend your right leg, bottom leg straight. Turn all 10 toes to point to the right side of your mat. So you're kind of lying on the outside of your right leg. Right hand is your support system. Lean a little bit forward off of your mat. Swing your left arm in front of your left shin. Grab the outer edge of your right foot. You can always use a towel or a strap around your foot if you can't quite reach. Lean your weight into your right arm, shift forward, and lift left leg off the ground. Grasshopper, baby grasshopper pose. Try it a few times. I like to look over towards that extended leg, the right leg, and then lower down. Your right leg won't get very far off of the mat. All right, let's just go ahead and take a final vinyasa, one more. Cross ankle, step or jump back, just for good measure. Inhale up. And exhale back. Look forward, step or jump through to a seat. Let's go Baddha Konasana, bottoms of the feet together, knees wide. So we actually did a lot of outer hip stretching here, a lot of internal hip rotation. So usually when we think hip stretches, we only think external hip rotation, like pigeon pose, but those horizon lunges really targeted the outer hips. So let's kind of get a nice stretch on the inner thighs here. Sit up nice and tall, hinge forward option, elbows pushing down on the inside of your calves. Sternum forward, shoulders back. Outer edges of the feet pushing towards each other. Lift yourself up, close your knees up like a book, feet flat, slide all the way down onto your back. Walk your feet closer to you, scoop your tailbone and lift your hips up, bridge. Ribs soften down, feet like they're trying to push the mat forward. Knees going forward in the direction of the toes, make sure they're not flopping out. Squeeze where your glutes meet your hamstrings. Slow, lower hips back down. Pull knees to chest. Deep breath in, out. Happy baby, grab feet or ankles. Feel free to rock side to side. Now you might feel a little bit more space than those first ones we did, so you could bend and straighten your legs, but again, don't force it. Supta Baddha Konasana with happy baby. So bring the bottoms of your feet to touch. Keep pulling your feet towards you. And then just kind of drop your feet to the floor, Supta Baddha Konasana. Take a moment, let your hips feel open, inner thighs stretch. Close your knees like a book. Hug both knees into your chest. Lift forehead to meet knees, squeeze. And then when you're ready, extend legs, toes flop out, arms sprawl. Shoulder blades flat, palms up. Breath in, breath out. Soften your palms, relax your jaw. Let everything feel heavy, calm, relaxed. Let your energy start to settle. Slowly start to bring your awareness back into your physical body. Wiggle your fingers, your toes. Notice any shift that has happened physically, mentally, or emotionally since you stepped on your mat not so long ago. Take a big stretch with your arms, point your toes, and hug your knees in. And roll to your right or left side. And gradually make your way up to a comfortable seat. Let your attention remain inwards for a few final moments. Notice your breath. Notice any thoughts that start popping back in. See if you can kind of quiet down the mind with the exhales. So we practice on the mat, and if you can take that off of the mat into the rest of your day, school, work, conversations, whatever it is, that's where you can find a little bit more peace, contentment, or stillness off of the mat. Just let the mind be a little bit quieter, the breath be a little bit louder. Bring your hands to your heart. Inhale. Exhale. Namaste. Thank you for choosing to practice with me time and time again, or if you're new here, thank you for checking out my channel. Hope you enjoyed this class. Whether you did or did not, make sure to check out my other classes. This style was a little bit different for me. I don't usually teach this like primal style class, so make sure you check out some of my other classes as well. I hope you'll enjoy all of it. Thank you so much for being here. Hit the thumbs up if you liked this class, and let me know what you did or did not like in the comments. I read everything. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you guys next week.